Hello my dear friends, welcome to another podcast on my YouTube channel. Welcome to Radio Temo. Today is Friday, November 22nd, 2024. Here I want to make an important announcement. Our next live podcast will be next Sunday, December 1st. I think it will be much more convenient for everyone. So we will keep on Sundays to go online. We will see how it will go. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already. Like or share our live streaming with your friends or relatives. Here we are talking about music from the 60s to 90s. We listen to the songs and tell stories about the musicians in the particular program. We analyze the music they have written. We read their biographies and discuss their achievements. You can also send us requests for bands or solo musicians you would like to hear. You can send in 3 languages: English, Greek and Georgian. The songs must be in English though. Tonight we have exactly this situation. The band was a request from our friend Mika. I'm very sure that you all know them. It is an American band from the early 70s. It is a country rock band. Soft rock, I would say. The band is still performing actually. And it is one of my favorite bands also. Generally, besides prog rock, the country music is what I would listen to all day. It is so simple and beautiful at the same time. Vocal harmonies are so unique, and the melody lines or lyrics are another strong point in country music. It is time to start our program. Ladies and gentlemen, the band we have tonight is the Eagles. The Eagles had their origin in early 1971 when Linda Ronstadt and her manager John Boylan recruited musicians Glenn Frey and Don Henley for her band.
Take it easy, take it easy.
Henley had moved to Los Angeles from Texas with his band Shiloh to record an album produced by Kenny Rogers, and Frey had come from Michigan and formed Long Branch Pennywhistle. The two then met in 1970 at the Troubadour in Los Angeles and became acquainted through their mutual record label Amos Records. Randy Meisner, who had been working with Ricky Nelson's backing band, and Bernie Leadon, a veteran of the Flying Burrito Brothers, also later joined Ronstadt's group of performers for her summer tour, promoting the Silk Purse album. While on the tour with Ronstadt, Frey and Henley decided to form a band together and informed Ronstadt of their intention. Frey later credited Ronstadt with suggesting Leadon for the band and arranging for Leadon to play for her so Frey and Henley could approach him about forming a band together. They also pitched the idea to Meisner and brought him on board. The song we are listening to is called Take It Easy, written by Jackson Browne and Glenn Frey. The song is the debut single of Eagles and was released on 1st of May 1972. It was also the opening track of the band's eponymous debut album Eagles, and has become one of their signature songs included on all of their live and compilation albums. It is listed as one of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. The whole album was recorded in England in February 1972 with producer Glyn Johns. Johns was impressed by the harmonious singing of the band, and he has been credited with shaping the band into the country rock band with those high-flying harmonies. The album itself was released on June 1st, 1972. Eagles was a breakthrough success, yielding 3 top 40 singles.
"21 as strong as I can be, I know what freedom means to me, and I can't give a reason why I should ever want to die."
The song we are listening to now is called 21. It is from their second studio album, Desperado, released on April 17, 1973.
Watch the rising sun.
The song is written by Bernie Leadon. It is typical country song, I would say, western country of song. By the way, I'm not going to play Hotel California tonight. Intentionally. It is played so many times that many people even don't know that the Eagles have so many better songs than that. The song 21 refers to age of Emmett Dalton, the youngest of the Dalton gang, when he was shot 23 times but survived during the raid on Coffeewell, Kansas in October 1892. Meisner came up with the idea for how so many became an outlaw in certain kind of fool. Let's continue with the band's story. The four, Henley, Frey, Leadon and Meisner, were signed in September 1971 to Asylum Records. The new label started by David Geffen, who was introduced to Frey by Jackson Browne. Geffen bought out Frey's and Henley's contracts with Amos Records and sent the four to Aspen, Colorado to develop as a band. Having not settled on the band name yet, they performed their first show in October 1971 under the name of Teen King and the Emergencies at a club called The Gallery in Aspen.
It's another tequila sunrise, staring slowly.
The idea of naming the band Eagles came during a peyote and tequila-influenced group outing in the Mojave Desert.
He was just a hired hand.
However, accounts of the origin of the name vary. Don Felder, who had yet to join the Eagles and was not at the desert, credited Lydon with originating the name, when he recalled reading about the Hopis' reverence for the eagle.
Every night when the sun goes down, just another lonely boy.
While Souther suggested that the idea came when Frey shouted out "Eagles" when they saw eagles flying above.
Wasn't just another one.
Steve Martin, a friend of the band from their early days at the Troubadour, recounts in his autobiography that he suggested that they should be referred to as the Eagles.
Whoa, and it's a hollow feeling.
But Frey insists that the group's name is simply Eagles.
Friends, it never ends.
Their second album, Desperado, took Old West outlaws for its theme, drawing comparisons between their lifestyles and modern rock stars. During these recording sessions, Henley and Frey began collaborating. They co-wrote 8 of the album's 11 songs, including Tequila Sunrise, which we are listening to right now.
You just get numb.
The album was less successful than the first, reaching only number 41 on the US Billboard 200 and yielding 2 singles, Tequila Sunrise and Outlaw Man. The album marked a significant change for the band. The pair also began to dominate in terms of leadership. The early assumption had been that Lydon and Meisner, as veteran musicians, would have a greater influence on the band. Take It to the Limit. It is the title of the song we are listening to now. The Eagles' bass player Randy Meisner is singing this beautiful song.
All alone at the end of the evening.
The song is from the band's 4th album, One of These Nights, released on June 10, 1975.
I was thinking,
Later, the song was released as a single on November 15, 1975.
and I never knew.
We are now listening to a live recording from their concert in the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland in 1977.
Spent my life running round, and it's so hard.
Guitarist Don Felder has already joined the band at that time. He joined the Eagles in 1974.
Dreams I've seen lately.
Randy Meisner wrote the first few lines of the song one night while playing an acoustic guitar after returning from the Troubadour.
So put me on a highway and show me a sign and take it to the limit one more time.
However, he was not able to finish the song by the time they were close to recording it, and Frey and Henley then helped him with the lyrics.
You can spend all your time making money, or you can spend.
The band played at the well-known California Jamming Festival in Ontario on April 6, 1974, attracting more than 300,000 fans.
Tomorrow, could you still be mine?
The festival featured Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Earth, Wind & Fire and others.
And you can't find the door. Can't find it anywhere.
Portions of the show were telecast on ABC television in the United States, exposing the Eagles to a wider audience.
Still you're coming back, you're running back, you're coming back for more.
Felder missed the show when he was called away to attend the birth of his son.
And show me a sign and take it to the limit one more time.
Jackson Browne filled in for him on piano and acoustic guitar.
Take it to the limit one more time. Take it to the limit.
The studio album One of These Nights was a breakthrough album for the Eagles, making them international superstars. It was the first in a string of 4 consecutive #1 albums.
Well, you gotta take it to the limit one more time.
The dominant songwriting partnership of Henley and Frey continued on this album.
Well, come on and take it to the limit one more time. Take it to the limit.
The second single of the album was Lion Eyes, which reached #2 on the charts and won the band their first Grammy for Best Pop Performance by Duo or Group with Vocal.
Take it to the limit. Well, come on and take it to the limit. You gotta take it to the limit.
Take It to the Limit is the only Eagles single to feature Meisner on lead vocals. Meisner's performance on the song was popular with the audience in Eagles concerts, but disputes over his reluctance to perform it would also directly lead to Meisner's departure from the band. The song reached #4 on the charts.
One of these nights.
Now we are listening to the self-titled song from the album One of These Nights.
Gonna find out pretty mama what turns on.
It is my favorite song on this album.
The full moon is calling, the fever is high, the wicked wind whispers.
A drummer and one of the lead singers of the band, Don Henley, is singing this song.
Desires, but I got a few of my own.
The band launched a huge worldwide tour in support of the album One of These Nights.
Ooh, coming right behind you, swear I'm gonna find you one of these nights.
The album was nominated for a Grammy Award for Album of the Year.
Lost and only dream now. Gonna find one. When the thrill is through. I've been searching for the daughter of the devil.
On September 28, the band joined Linda Ronstadt, Jackson Browne and Toots and the Maytals for a show in front of 55,000 people at Anaheim Stadium.
She's nowhere inside. Ooh, loneliness will blind you in between the wrong and the right. Ooh,
One of these nights was their last album to feature founding member Bernie Leadon. Leadon wrote 3 songs for the album, including I Wish You Peace, written with his girlfriend Patti Davis, daughter of then California Governor Ronald Reagan, and the instrumental Journey of the Sorcerer. Leadon was disillusioned with the direction the band's music was taking, and he's lost to creative control as their sound was moving from his preferred country to rock and roll. His dissatisfaction, principally with Frey, boiled over one night when Frey was talking animatedly about the direction they should take next, and Leadon poured a beer over Frey's head and said, "You need to chill out, man." In December 1975, after months of denials, it was announced that Leadon had left the band. Leadon's replacement was guitarist and singer Joe Walsh, who had been a friend of the band for some years. He had previously performed with James Gang and the Barnstorm. There was some initial concern as to Walsh's ability to fit in with the band. As he was considered too wild for the Eagles, especially by Henley. After the departure of Leadon, the Eagles' early country sound almost completely disappeared, with the band employing a harder sound with the addition of Felder and Walsh. However, Felder also had to play banjo, pedal steel and mandolin on featured tours, something that had previously been Leadon's domain. In early 1976, the band released their first compilation album, Their Greatest Hits 1971-1975. The album became the highest-selling album of the 20th century in the United States and has since sold 38 million copies in the US and 42 million copies worldwide. We are now listening to the song In the City, written by Buddy the Warzone and Joe Walsh. It was first recorded by Walsh and released on the soundtrack for the 1970 film The Warriors. Another version of the song, recorded by the Eagles with Walsh as lead singer and guitarist, was included on their album The Long Run and released the same year. At that time, Timothy B. Schmidt has joined the band, replacing Randy Meisner on the bass. He joined the band in 1977. We should say that through the years, Eagles had many fights inside the band. Fame and money made the young musicians more arrogant and full of bad behavior. Drugs, alcohol, and endless party nights at the hotels were everyday routine for the band. In one of their late interviews, Walsh said, "At the age of 25, we could do anything we wanted. So we did. It's not like that anymore." Timothy B. Schmidt added, "Now I am happy to shut the door at the hotel room and maybe take a bath and visit my book friends before I go to sleep." The Greeks Don't Want No Freaks is the song from the album The Long Run, released in 1979.
There was beer
It is written by Frey and Henley and sang by Don Henley.
you got down and
The Eagles went into the recording studio in 1977 to begin working for their next album, The Long Run. The album took 2 years to complete. It was originally intended to be a double album, but the band members were unable to write enough songs. The Long Run was released on September 24, 1979, considered a disappointment by some critics for failing to live up to Hotel California.
pride and the passion of Dixie. She did exactly
It proved a huge commercial hit nonetheless. The album topped the charts and sold 7 million copies.
they found her in the bushes with the boys in the band.
In addition, it included 3 top 10 singles. Heartache Tonight became their last single to top the Hot 100 on November 10, 1979.
Cause the Greeks don't want
The band won their 4th Grammy for Heartache Tonight.
no freaks. Said the Greeks don't want
In the City by Walsh and the Sad Cafe became live staples.
cheeks. Cause the Greeks don't want no freaks. No, the Greeks don't.
The band also recorded 2 Christmas songs during these sessions, Funky New Year and Please Come Home for Christmas, which was released as a single in 1978 and reached number 18 on the charts. Frey, Henley and Schmidt contributed backup vocals for the single release of Look What You've Done to Me by Buzzcocks. We will have a separate podcast dedicated to Buzzcocks.
Look at us, baby, up all night, tearing our love.
Another beautiful song from the Long Run album, I Can't Tell You Why.
To people who live through years in the dark.
It was also released as a single together with The Greeks Don't Want No Freaks in 1980.
Turn around and stay, and I can't tell you why.
Schmidt describes the song as loosely based on his own experiences.
Crazy, it just ain't right. Keep your head. Girl, I get lonely too.
I had some writing sessions with Don and Glenn, and I threw out a bunch of my ideas, and that one for I Can't Tell You Why stuck.
'Cause I love you. Nothing's wrong as far as I can see.
I had composed a pretty good part of it, not a huge part, but enough for them to think that could be good and go with it. So Don, Glenn and I finished it over a few all-night sessions. Schmidt sang the lead vocals with Frey and Henley singing counterpoint. It was the first Eagles song to feature Schmidt on lead vocals.
Every time I try to walk away.
On July 31, 1980, in Long Beach, California, tempers boiled between Felder and Frey before the show began, when Felder said, "You are welcome, I guess," to California Senator Alan Cranston's wife, as the politician was thanking the band backstage for performing a benefit for his re-election.
I can't tell you why.
Frey and Felder spent the entire show telling each other about beating each other, planning to administer backstage. It appeared to be the end of the Eagles, but the band still committed to Elektra Records to make a live record from the tour. Eagles Live, released in November 1980, was mixed on opposite coasts. Frey had already left the band and would remain in Los Angeles, while the other band members each worked on their parts in Miami. Frey's solo career became very successful with the songs "The Heat Is On," the main theme from the Eddie Murphy's action comedy film Beverly Hills Cop, and "You Belong to the City" from the television series Miami Vice. He also contributed to the song "Flip City" to the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack and "Part of Me, Part of You" to the soundtrack for Thelma and Louise. I want us to listen to one of my favorite songs of Eagles while talking about the career of each band member.
Every night I'm lying in bed, holding you close in my dreams, thinking about.
The song is called "Best of My Love," sang by Don Henley. It is from their early album On the Border, released in 1974. It was also released as a single a few months later.
But the words come out too rough. I know you were trying to give me the best of your.
Walsh released a successful album in 1981, There Goes the Neighborhood. During this period, Walsh performed as a session musician for Dan Fogelberg, Steve Winwood, John Entwistle, Richard Marx and Emerson, Lake and Palmer, among others. He also produced and co-wrote Ringo Starr's Old Wave album.
Left us so little to give. That same old crowd was like a cold dark cloud that we could never rise above.
Henley achieved commercial solo success. In 1981, he sang a duet with Steve Nicks of Fleetwood Mac, "Leather and Lace."
Oh, sweet darling, you get the best of my love. You get the best of my love. Oh.
In 1982, he released I Can't Stand Still featuring the hit Dirty Laundry.
I'm going back in time and it's a sweet dream. It was a quiet night and I would be alright.
The next album, Building the Perfect Beast 1984, featured The Boys of Summer, a Billboard number 5 hit. All She Wants to Do Is Dance number 9, Not Enough Love in the World number 34, and Sunset Girl number 22.
You see it your way, I see it mine, but we both see it slipping away. You know we always had each other, baby. I guess
Henley's next album, The End of the Innocence 1989, was also a major success. It included the song End of the Innocence, The Last Wordless Evening, and The Heart of the Matter. His solo career was cut short due to a contract dispute with his record company, which was finally resolved when the Eagles reunited in 1994.
Sweet darling, every night and day, you get the best of my love, the best of all. Sweet darling.
Following years of public speculation, the band formally reunited the following year.
Sweet darling, you get the best of my love, you get the best of my love, the best of all. Sweet darling.
The lineup comprised the 5 long-run era members: Frey, Henley, Walsh, Felder, and Schmidt, supplemented by Scott Crago drums, John Corey keyboards, guitar, backing vocals, Timothy Drury keyboards, guitar, backing vocals, and former Loggins and Messina sideman Al Garth on saxophone and violin. For the record, we never broke up, we just took a 14-year vacation, said Frey at their first live performance in April 1994.
Feeling sorry for themselves, victim of this, victim of that. Your mama's too thin and your daddy's too fat. Get over it, get over it. All this running and crying.
One of 2 shows performed to record a live album and companion MTV special, both titled Hell Freezes Over, named for Henley's recurring statement that the group would get back together when hell freezes over.
You say you haven't been the same since you had your little crash, but you might feel better if they gave you some cash. The more I think about it, old Billy was right.
In 1998, the Eagles were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For the induction ceremony, all 7 Eagles members, Frey, Henley, Felder, Walsh, Schmidt, Leiden and Meisner, played together for 2 songs, Take It Easy and Hotel California. Several subsequent reunion tours followed without Leiden or Meisner, notable for their record-setting ticket prices. The song we are now listening to is called Get Over It. After a 14-year breakup, it was the first song written by bandmates Don Henley and Glenn Frey when the band reunited. Get Over It was played live for the first time during the Hell Freezes Over tour. It was also released as a single the same year. It returned the band to the US Top 40 after 14 years absence, peaking at number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It remains the group's last top 40 hit in the US. The song is about Henley's frustration and contempt for the others, such as TV talk show guests. Blaming their failures, mental breakdowns and financial problems to those who he feels do not deserve it. The band subsequently embarked on a tour in 1994. We are now listening to another song from the Hell Freezes Over album. The song is called Love Will Keep Us Alive.
Against the world outside, you were searching.
It is the second song by Timothy B. Schmidt on lead vocals.
Lost and lonely, now you've given me the will to survive.
This is the last single to feature Don Felder, who was terminated from the band in 2001.
Keep us alive. Don't you worry, sometimes you just gotta let it.
Love Will Keep Us Alive was issued as a single and peaked at number 52 on the UK singles chart.
Right before your eyes. Now I found you. There's no more emptiness.
Aside from being on the album Hell Freezes Over, the song appears to the Eagles' box set Selected Works and their 2003 compilation album The Very Best.
I would die for you. Climb the highest mountain.
Let's continue with the story of the band.
There's nothing I
The Eagles performed at the Mandalay Bay Events Center in Las Vegas on December 28 and 29, 1999,
There's no more emptiness.
followed by a concert at the Staples Center in Los Angeles on December 31.
Love will keep us alive. I would die for you.
On June 14, 2005, the Eagles released a new 2 DVD set, Farewell One Tour Live from Melbourne, featuring 2 new songs, Phrase No More Cloudy Days and Waltz One Day at a Time.
I was standing all alone against the world outside.
In 2007, the Eagles consisted of Frey, Henley, Walsh and Schmidt.
Lost and lonely, now you've given me the will to survive. When we're hungry,
On August 20, 2007, the song How Long, written by J.D. Souther, was released as a single to radio with an accompanying online video at Yahoo Music.
keep us alive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive.
On October 30, 2007, the Eagles released The Long Road Out of Eden, their first album of all new material since 1979. No More Cloudy Days is a song from the seventh and last studio album, Long Road Out of Eden.
Sitting by a foggy window, staring at the pouring rain, falling down like lonely teardrops.
The song is written by J.D. Souther, as we mentioned before, who had previously worked with the Eagles, co-writing some of their biggest hits, including Best of My Love, Victim of Love, Heartache Tonight, and New Kid in Town. The song is performed by Glenn Frey on lead vocals.
And you don't know why. I can see that you've been hurting. Maybe I've been lonely too.
In February 2013, the Eagles released a career-spanning documentary called History of the Eagles, and began the supporting tour with 11 US arena concerts in July.
The sun is gonna shine. Don't you be afraid to love again. Put your hand in mine, baby. I would never make you cry. I would never make you blue.
The Eagles, Frey, Hanley, Walsh and Schmidt were slated to receive Kennedy Center honors in 2015, but this was deferred to 2016 due to Frey's health problems.
Always stays. There's no more stormy nights, no more cloudy days. I believe in second chances. I believe in angels too. I believe in new romances. Baby, I believe in you.
On January 18, 2016, founding member Glenn Frey died at the Columbia University Medical Center in New York City at the age of 67.
To be afraid to fall in love again. Baby, I will never make you cry. I would never make you blue. I would never turn away. I would never be untrue. I know a place where we can go, where true love always stays. No more stormy nights.
On July 6, 2003, the band announced their farewell tour, the Long Goodbye Tour, to commence on September 7, 2003 at New York's Madison Square Garden. After public demand and fan requests around the world, the band reconvened in 2024 and was performing till recently at the Las Vegas Fair with Don Henley, Joe Walsh, Timothy B. Schmidt and Glenn Frey's son Deacon Frey. The time to say goodbye to each other had come. I hope you liked the program. Send us messages. Tell us your opinion about our podcasts. You can make a request also. Any genre of good music will do. As far as the songs will be in English. Text us at the number below subscribe to our channel and share the live stream with your friends. An important announcement: our next podcast will be streaming next Sunday on 1st of December. We will make more announcements through this period till that day. That's why you need to subscribe to my channel so you can be always updated. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, your family. Cherish every moment with the people you love. Life is very short. Therefore, don't waste it in arguing and fighting. Listen to the music and good music. And try to do what you love to do in your life. I know it's not so easy, especially in this period, but we don't have any other way but to try. So we are always trying in our lives. Just trying to make it better. Keep punching and you will win. Peace and love to everyone. Bye.